Hi, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and we have Lisa here with us and her husband, Chris, that drove all the way down here from, what part of Tennessee? Clarksville, Tennessee. And that's what, how many hours?
Oh gosh, it took us 13 and a half hours.
13 and a half hour drive from Clarksville, Tennessee to see us this week for her hiatal hernia, which she's been searching desperately for a long time for someone to help her with that problem. To no avail, from what I understand, right?
Exactly.
And people, you know, a lot of doctors will either tell you that this condition's in your head or in your stomach, but you got to take these pills or have this surgery to fix that. Well, we're here to dispel all that. You've only had one treatment so far, right?
That's right.
And they went to Chuy's and had lunch today, which is Tex-Mex food here in Houston, and it's spicy. And I told her to go eat anything and everything that she wanted to eat while she was here. So we're putting her to the test already, and we're going to show you how we fix the underlying cause of a hiatal hernia rather than give pills and potions and cut things out, because you're supposed to have all those body parts in there. God put them there for a reason.
Exactly.
Okay, let's take a look at you in the mirror here. Okay, let's have you flex your head forward and then backwards. And then back to neutral. Yep, that's good. Yep. Range of motion's already improving. And I'm analyzing her posture right now three-dimensionally on the X, Y, and Z axes. And she's got a little bit of translation in her cervical spine to the left and a little rotation on the Z axis in her thoracic spine, which makes her kind of tilt off to the left a little bit. But her head's a little bit forward and down. And her pelvis is pretty centered right now from this morning's adjustment, so that's pretty good in one visit. Okay, very good. So, Lisa, I haven't done this on you yet, so this is Lisa's very first time of getting decompressed. So we're going to have you lay on your back for me on this table, Lisa, and I'm going to have you put your rear end here and your head up that way. And I'm going to pin your pelvic bones down to stabilize those. And we're going to take that pressure. Yep, you're just right. I'm going to put these in here. Now, she's lost a lot of weight as a result of not being able to eat. And what? And muscle tone's going away, so she's getting atrophy in her tissues. And I mean, just those of you who have acid reflux and hiatal hernia know what it's like. I had it. I know what it's like. It's horrible. I thought I was having a heart attack. Mine was so bad. I think you said you felt that too, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Do I have my arms?
No, you're just fine. Just relax those there. I'm going to lift your hair up for just a second and put this wet towel right under your skull. Okay, now I'm going to have you keep your teeth together for me and take a deep breath through your nose. Let all air out. Oh, yeah. Now, you should have felt that all the way down.
I did.
It should have went like... Did
You
it?
did really good.
Yeah, you did good. A lot better than most of the men to get that done here. We had a pro football player in here a little earlier today.
Yeah.
He didn't take that as well as you did.
No, you did really good.
Look at that. That's a good old Palmer Master Cervical Rotary Brake. And that's how you guys found me, right? Searching for a Palmer graduate, and they found my
Yes, sir.
story online about how I became a chiropractor, right? So we always refer patients to Palmer graduates too, because Palmer College of Chiropractic is the #1 chiropractic college in the world. Life West is also a good one. Okay, let's go over here on your tummy. Now see, she's done great there, and that's only her. This is only her second treatment. Now this morning, her left leg was shorter by ½ an inch, and look at that. It's exactly even right now.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And it stays even. And that didn't tighten up or hurt like it did this morning, did it?
No, sir, not at all.
So we're just going to put her pelvis right down the center here. And I am still going to adjust her sacroiliac joints
Thank you.
in her pelvis and her sacrum right in the center of her pelvis.
Oh, right there.
There on the left, this is the lumbosacral spine. That's right where the lumbar spine meets the pelvis on the sacrum. We call that lumbosacral. There's L5, that's straight down the Z-axis. There's L4. Now these are still a little bit tender to the touch, but they're sure moving easier already.
Yes, sir.
And there's that one. Now we're going to move up into the upper lumbar, lower thoracic. So just keep breathing. There you go. Okay, I'm going to put your head down just a little bit, Lisa. If you can scoot up in there. There you go.
Yes, much better.
Okay. Perfect. Boy, that moved all the way from T10 to T5. Okay, now just nice and easy, and exhale for me. Okay, and do these nice and easy.
Oh.
Yeah, see, her lower thoracics right here, they've been out so long, they got a lot of muscle hypertonicity.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's real tender right there, though, isn't it? Yeah. You can always tell those tender spots I get on them. I always say they hurt so good.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I learned how to block a long time ago.
Hope I don't kick you.
Yeah. I got my black belt, so I learned how to block a long time ago. Okay, now I'll quit picking on you, and we'll do the fun stuff.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, that's everybody's favorite. They give me an hour or two to quit this. She told me she'd give me a half hour to stop this the first time I did this morning.
Oh, yes.
This increases the blood supply to all the muscles and ligaments and tissues surrounding the spine, so it helps them heal up better. Besides that, it feels good.
Yeah.
And we're going to do her legs, because I know she's had some atrophy in these tissues. This will help these muscles get more blood supply, and therefore get more nutritional components as well as oxygen. But also, and very importantly, help carry out the metabolic waste products of normal cellular metabolism, so you're getting rid of all the toxic metabolic waste products instead of it building up in your body. If you're drinking enough water, it'll go away. Now see, her kyphosis that she had this morning is already better. It's not sticking out near as bad. She had a little bit of a kyphosis in her upper thoracics here because of some forward head posture. And kyphosis is an increased curve. Now normally a person has a kyphosis in the thoracic spine, but when it's accentuated, it's an acquired functional kyphosis, and that's how you start seeing these little old ladies develop the dowager's hump in their upper back. So we're going to prevent her from ever getting to that stage. There's going to be some sore spots right here, but they'll feel a lot better when I get done.
And they quit hurting, huh?
Yeah, it'll feel better. It'll feel better when it quits hurting. Yeah, she's watched our videos too. That's how she found this too.
Sir.
Alright, good deal. Well, that was already much easier than this morning. Hang on, let me finish up here. That's alright. Perfect. And tell me if there's any pain anywhere when I do this.
No, sir.
Okay, great. So I'm going to have you go ahead and lie on your back for me now. And Chris, you want to come over here? Now, we always recommend to out-of-town patients who are coming here from long distances and even overseas to bring a relative, a spouse, or a significant other to let me show them how to grab the stomach and pull the stomach back down through the diaphragm where it stays in the lower compartment cavity where it's supposed to be, rather than slipping up through the diaphragm, through the hiatus, into the esophagus and secreting acid into the esophagus, which is what acid reflux is. Hiatal hernia, same thing. So we come down here, Chris, there's your sternum, the bone, breastbone. You come down to the very end of it, you'll feel a tip here. That's called the xiphoid process. You don't need to know that. You just need to know that that's there. Yeah. And then you kind of come down and find the soft spot right there. And you notice how I'm staying over to the left a little bit more than the right, because her liver and her gallbladder are over here. Okay. So I'm coming down, kind of staying right under that left rib cage right there. And come over and I'll put your hands on there so you can feel that. Feel the bone, right? Mm-hmm. And then come down and you feel the soft spot right there? Yeah. That's right where it is right there. Okay. And I'm going to use your hand just so you can feel the pressure. Take a deep breath in for me, Lisa. Let it all the way out. So we go in slow. You don't ever want to do it too hard. And right there it is. That's her stomach. You feel how hard that is?
Breathe.
Yeah. Exhale. There you go, hon. We're almost there. Okay, good. Okay.
Sorry, I don't mean
No, you're okay. You're fine. You're okay. Just keep breathing. There you go. And take another one.
Deep breath.
Yeah. And now just keep exhaling. There we go. See, we go in slow. You feel that little gurgle right there? You're going to feel that quite often, actually, when you first start. And then, see, I'm pulling it down. We're almost there. That's it. Only got one more. We're almost there. Oh, I know it hurts, and this does hurt. This is a lot deeper than what it looks on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm getting way down in there. And you can feel that, too. Yeah, don't be deterred by that, because that does get sore, but you know what? Yes, it was. It was like the consistency. Go ahead and put your hand on mine now.
Okay.
Deep breath in. Let it all out. And you notice how I use my other hand like this, right on top of it. Now, you feel that little gurgle down in your stomach? That's fine. In fact, you want to kind of put your palm on that. I know, we're almost there, honey.
It's going to break.
No, it won't. I don't got any broken bodies on my table yet. I won't share with you, I promise. It feels like it's going to break sometimes. It really
I feel
does.
that way in the spine.
Well, it's just because you're thinner than a lot of people. So, I mean, when I'm getting down deep on you, I am almost touching your spine from the front. And feel that feel the pulse. That's our abdominal aorta right there.
I feel
I told you I could feel my aorta.
Yeah,
right there.
you can feel that pulse.
Okay,
Because I'm pulling the stomach down right on top of that abdominal aorta. So, you can feel it right there where my fingers. You feel how heavy that pulse is right there?
Yes.
That's because your heart's beating a little faster right now, because that hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But also, when you're doing this, you can actually do some some colon massage here too. And this actually, see that tight spot right there? Now you've got some scar tissue down in there too, so that's going to be sore. It kind of proliferates out like cobweb glue substance. So, but you can get in there and you feel there's some scar tissue right there too. But you see I'm kind of just rubbing these in a clockwise kind of motion, but I go in soft and then get deeper, but then start feeling the tissue, and you just start massaging that in a clockwise type of manner. Now over here there's a valve called the Ileocecal Valve that we work on. And that gets stopped up a lot of time from eating like popcorn or nuts or peas, things with husk on them, corn.
Yeah, big corn.
I eat lots of peas.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love peas and corn too. But I like Chewy's. I went to the original Chewy's in Austin. It was great. Tex-Mex food's great. They got burritos about that big.
Yeah.
But that's the first time you've eaten spicy food in how long?
Oh, a long time.
And you were able to do that without a lot of repercussions, from my
I
understanding.
did get the veggie blue, what was it called?
Blue corn tortilla?
Yes, it was excellent.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have a lot of good restaurants here in Houston, especially Tex-Mex restaurants. And now we're going to check her shoulders here. Thank you for doing that, Chris.
Yeah,
Did you get a good feel for that?
Yes.
I'll let you do that too by yourself tomorrow.
Okay.
That way I'll make sure when you leave here you'll know exactly how to do it right.
I appreciate that.
Well, because when they get back to Tennessee, I'm not going to be there. And so if she continues getting some good chiropractic adjustments up there, which she's going to find a good Palmer graduate up in there, we'll help her out with that. If you know anybody in the Clarksville, Tennessee area that is a Palmer graduate and does BioPhysics or any of this type of work, please feel free to leave a comment on our YouTube video on this. There we go. So we're adjusting the entire pathway of her nervous system all the way down to her digits. Perfect. Good. Okay. So, would you mind sharing with our YouTube subscribers just your personal experience of coming here? I mean, has this been worth the trip to you and the treatment that you've gotten here versus all the treatment you've gotten other places?
No offense or ill will to any of my past chiropractors, but you, and I'm not just saying this, you are hands down amazing. I don't know any other way to put it.
Thank you.
I mean, it's like I said, what pain changes you and when you're in it 24/7 and you go to chiropractor after chiropractor.
That's and doctor after doctor, yeah, and they tell you it's in your head or it can't be fixed.
But you've relieved like at least 70% of my pain that I've been dealing with for over a year.
In one
and
visit.
just one
Yep.
And that's
And
why we're here.
we've got 6 more to
I'm
go,
sorry,
and God brought you here. No, I like that. That's you know what? That's the way I felt when I felt better. Hey, and we're gonna get you feeling where that laughter and crying all becomes one, and it'll be because you're healed
Yes.
completely. And we're praying for that for you every day too, by the way. Let's come over here in front of the mirror now. I'm going to shoot you after all this. We like to have fun in here too. Alright, so I'm going to turn this down a little bit. There we go. Now let's do that very same thing where you go forward and backwards for me, and then neutral. Now that was already much better range of motion, and look there, she's right down the center everywhere. So let's just pull these shoulders up and back so that we can seal the deal in your brain. There we go. Right there. You can feel a little bit tap right there. This is a lot easier than this morning, huh?
Yes, sir.
There we go. Good. Okay. Now, Lisa, let's have you do that one more time. This should feel even smoother. Try and see. Yeah. Better.
Thank you.
Yes, you're quite
Oh,
welcome.
that's
So,
much.
tell- is,
Thank you.
so,
Thank you so much. I can't.
so that's number 2. How's that feel to you right now?
I feel pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Considering.
And you're going to
what
go out
I've
and have
been.
some good old steak and potato tonight, huh? Big dinner.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. And we know just where to send them here in Houston, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a great steakhouse. Anyway, Lisa's been suffering with this for a long time, so as you can imagine, you guys that have been suffering with this know how painful it is, know how life-changing it is. So the treatment that we're providing for her, even though it's something we do in here every day, it's not something she gets done every day. And so God brought us together for a reason, and she's down here because I have a lot of experience with this, and I had it myself, so I know what she's going through. And we're here to turn her tears into laughter and to heal her through the power of God. And that's what we're doing. So we look forward to the rest of the week. This is only number 2. So this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson. We'll see you next time.